everyone, and welcome back. We are in Western Massachusetts, zone 6A. I have an average last frost date of May 15th, and I am still wearing my winter jacket, even though it is almost the middle of April. Last time this year, I was in a dress and flip-flops, and this year we are still getting snow predicted this weekend for the next couple of days. I wanted to, while I had some peace and quiet today, and the kids are off to school, show you my winter sowing jugs. I am not opening them up by any means. This is my first time winter sowing, but I did want to show you that they are germinating. I had probably about 8 or so rounds of winter sowing. I took you along for a few of them. We started back in the winter, maybe December, January. I did a 4th round winter sowing with you, and then I started just adding some more things as I found more plants that I wanted to get into my garden. Found more seeds that I didn't even know I had, and did some more seed swapping. And then I did a couple of annuals at the end, like marigolds, kale, what else I get, spinach, and I got those in a couple, like one thing of zinnias, just to give it a test run. So I wanted to show you what everything is looking like right now. I plan on planting these. If you wait a moment and see how many milk jugs I have, it is very overwhelming. You definitely do not need to go this overboard like I did. I hope I am not regretting it, but I know that I am a dive into everything like really hard when I want to try something out. So hopefully we will have some winter sowing success, even though I did at first put them in my garden beds, which was not a good idea, with the soil completely freezing and then the ice starting to melt. They did not have good drainage, so I did show you how I moved them onto my deck, which was so much better, and I will definitely do next year. But I focus a lot on perennials because I have a lot of ground to cover. I will show you that momentarily. So I do plan on doing a really big project over my April vacation, renting a tiller from Home Depot, getting the ground ready, prepping it, maybe amending it a little bit. I do have a lot of garden soil and compost that I will get delivered next week, which will be worked into my existing soil, which is awful. It is just rocks galore over here. And if you can see, we are in Pine Tree Central. So we did actually get rid of a lot of trees to let this morning sun in. I get sun basically from sun up until maybe like 2 or 3 p.m. in the summer. So that is going to be optimal for my garden. Now, most of these are going to be perennials, which I am going to do a huge perennial garden on this side of our yard. Plus, I'm going to update and throw in some more around my vegetable garden. I need to get the pollinators in. We are just surrounded by trees. We did not have like any bees basically when I first came, except for the wasps that were making nests underneath the deck. But other than that, we are just trying to bring them all in. So I have a lot of like hyssop. I have some lavender coming, milkweed. I'm just trying to get all of those like must-have things that will attract things in. So let's just take a look at what is growing in our milk jugs. Now, I just wanted to show you where I plan on putting all of these flowers. So basically from this trash can, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 chain link fence sections that I plan on putting a big perennial garden right here. And then I also want to go ahead and update perennial flowers all along my vegetable garden to get some more pollinators in. So as you can see, I need a lot of flowers. I went a little bit overboard. A lot of these were actually from Starbucks, which is super helpful. They were able to get me, 20 of them at a time if I needed. And then I did have someone that I asked for on the Buy Nothing group in my town. She saved a ton for me, so I will be repaying her back with a bunch. And then also for my family as well, which was super helpful. So we're going to take a look at inside. We have some that are doing fantastic, and others we're still hoping that they go ahead and wake up. In here we have a lot of foxglove. I don't plan on putting this around my house since it is poisonous, but I am definitely going to maybe sell some of my extra starts and give them to some coworkers that really love foxglove. I also have a lot of larkspur popping up right now. They are looking great. Over here, I have Chinese forget-me-nots. Those are looking very nice as well, even with these cold temperatures. We have some lupin, which is doing great, and there's still some germinating. I am super excited about this one. This is going to be blue catmint. This right here is Black-Eyed Susan. It is a perennial. I actually harvested these seeds myself. I got the main plant from Smithlands when they were 75% off in the fall. So that is some great germination right there. We have some white yarrow. This was actually planted in the middle of March, so that worked out really well for me, even though it was a little bit later than everything else. I have so much feverfew. I will be putting a lot of these at the school that I work with. I actually got this from a seed starting class through teaching, which I received some credits for, and we walked away with a lot of seeds. So that is my feverfew. We have some great blanket flower right here. And here is some lavender. So the lavender actually took pretty decent, which I was super surprised with. We have a lot of kale growing. I can't wait to transfer these out once I can fill my raised beds up with some more soil. And look at this spinach. Oh my goodness. So this I might have to tackle a little bit sooner rather than later. We have some rainbow mix painted daisies. Now, take a look at this. This is actually some Rebecca, some Black-Eyed Susans that I got from Burpee. Holy germination there. I have some more Smithland harvested seeds that I got from my own Black-Eyed Susans as well. Here we have some anise hyssop. This I got from seed swapping, and I'm very excited to get some clusters of this into the garden as well as the school that I work at. We have some Summer's Blend yarrow. And I have some more Rebecca here. As you can see, I really love Rebecca and Black-Eyed Susan. I'm going to do a huge patch in my front yard. Carpet of Snow Alyssum right here. This was from the Dollar Tree. I have some marigold. This is, let's see what variety this is. This is a giant yellow. Bells of Ireland. I have a few of those. I wanted them for my cut flowers. Zinnia early birds that have blooms. I did my annuals a little bit later. A lot of yellow yarrow. As you can see, they're getting their first true leaves, which is super exciting. Now, I also did some in some 2-liter bottles, so I do have some red yarrow in there that are doing well. Oh my gosh. And then we have, look at all that bee balm. I am thrilled to have this bee balm. I'm going to use it for my cut flowers as some foliage, and then also to plant at my school. So we have a great germination there. More Black-Eyed Susans. I do need a lot to fill this space I plan on having. Shasta daisy growing. This was one of the ones that got a little bit flooded with some water and frozen. So I'm actually surprised it's coming back. Ooh, and look, we have some poppies right here. This is the Shirley doubled mix. We have some English daisies double mix. Those are looking fantastic. Canterbury bells. I have these also growing inside as well. Sweet Williams. They look like they're starting to get their first set of true leaves. I have these growing inside as well too. Echinacea in here from Baker Creek. So there's a couple of them germinating. Iceland poppies growing. Compact aster right there. And some more purple anise hyssop. I hope you found this helpful. This is, again, my first time with winter sowing. I just started gardening 2 years ago, not even. So we're going through a lot of trial and error, seeing what works for us. I hope I'm not biting off too much more than I can handle. I do plan on doing also a cut flower garden for a flower stand that I hope to open up the beginning of the summer. But I just really want to get the ecosystem going. We are in the woods. As you can see, there are just so many pine trees and not many flowers or anything to bring the bees or those beneficial insects that I need. So that is my game plan. Last year I focused mostly on the vegetable garden. That was a lot to get started and build all the beds myself. So this time we are focusing more on the flowers, and then in time we'll see where that takes us over the years. So if you can stay updated and stay tuned on the winter sowing journey, please go ahead and click like and subscribe and hit that bell button. I plan on doing some more updates, especially showing you what they look like when we can finally open them up. My average last frost date is May 15th. It did get moved up to May 10th, so we'll see where everything lies around that time. But I do have my April vacation coming up in about a little over a week. So I do plan on doing a lot of garden prep, which I want to take you along with so you can see how I prep my soil. I plan on renting a tiller from Home Depot to get ready for my gardens. And we have a lot to do. So stay tuned, and I will see you all later, and happy gardening. Bye. And here is a little bonus for you. This is 2 days later on April 12th. And we have already received about an inch or more of snow. There's the greenhouse, which who knows when I will finish it. But here is some bonus snowfall features. Thank you, New England. But I'm not gonna lie, it does look pretty.